What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we have a fun one, and this actually comes a little bit from an interesting spot, where I already had a deck that was Jund Dragons, which y'all haven't seen yet, but I'll probably have up here in another few days. But I had somebody on stream, I was asking for ideas, which, by the way, if you want to contribute to the streams or even the videos here on the channel, you should probably come by my streams or come by the Discord, because people get to kind of decide what the content's going to be. So in this case, I'd ask people, what type of cards or decks have you not seen that you wanted to? And it turns out some people said, I want to see a Reanimator deck. And I was like, well, if we were reanimating, what's the thing we're really reanimating these days? And the best things and the biggest creatures happen to be dragons. And I was like, well, I already have a Jund Dragon deck, so is there a way I can convert this and play something in a Reanimator style? Well, it turns out the answer is yes, and that's what we're doing today. So I know that was a long way to get there, but I hope you all enjoy this video. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let's go take a look at this Jund Dragon Reanimator list. Now, for those of you that are new to the content, I want to say we do have a couple of things going on with these videos. I generally show the list, we play the games, at the end of the games we talk about what things we would change and update in this list after playing the games. And then we also have a card spotlight that can be from anything in Magic, where I try to just educate people, give a cool story, help them make an investment decision, whatever. Kind of different things every day, so you'll have that at the end. With this particular deck, I will say we're also going to probably go a little bit deeper into the updates, because this is just like an experiment more than an actual deck to start with, but I think we're going to clean it up after playing the games. So anyway, getting into that, we are going to have 4 Shambling Ghast. And honestly, this card, I've said it before in another video, but this card is so good that I can't imagine we're just going to see this card forever in Standard. Like, this thing's really good. It can ramp your mana, it can kill 2/2s. It's 1 mana, so like you can get under stuff like if necessary. Like, it's just a really good Magic card. But yeah, it definitely fits in here. We're playing 2 Valkyrie God of Lies. More often than not, we're probably playing this as a Valkyrie and not a Tybalt, but it kind of just depends on how the games go, but I like the flexibility of it. Obviously, as I mentioned, we're playing a lot of dragons, so it makes sense we're going to play Dragon's Fire. And then we're going to be playing a lot of things that ramp mana, because that's going to be the key here. Because if we don't actually get the Reanimator spells, we need to be able to just cast our dragons, right? Because there's going to be opening hands we're going to have that have like maybe up to 3 things that cost 5, 6, 7 mana, right? You don't necessarily want to throw those back if the rest of the hand is like 2 lands, a Shambling Ghast, and a Prosperous Innkeeper, right? You can, but you want to at least have the opportunity to try to cast things. So we're going to try to remedy that here by playing some stuff like Prosperous Innkeeper. It also has some good synergy with a couple of other cards, so it's not awful, and getting the life is going to make a difference down the road. By the way, it's also weird. I just noticed in this artwork, if you look really, really close, you can actually see that there's raindrops, and the innkeeper's inviting the, I guess, the adventurer into the inn. It's weird. I never noticed that. But anyway, random sidetrack. Then we have Seize the Spoils, and since we're playing a Reanimator deck, this kind of makes sense, right? We're going to be able to discard a card, draw 2, make a treasure, lets us ramp to be able to cast whatever it is we find, which is the goal, or possibly just get rid of a big thing so we can get it into play easier. We have 2 Field Trips. Not sure how necessary this is. It can only go get Force, actually basic Force at that, but it does ramp the deck and give us a little bit of a learn option to get stuff out of the sideboard, so could be beneficial. Immersturm Predator. I feel like we should be playing more than 2, but I just have 2 in here right now. But this can be one of the most problematic cards for opponents to deal with. And I also like the fact that it allows you to do things like sacrifice Shambling Ghast to get the extra treasure or kill a thing or whatever if you want to proactively. Carter's Vicious Return. This is a card that I think a lot of people don't really consider when they're deck building, myself included. But when I was looking at cards that return stuff from the graveyard, this comes up. So I'm like, okay, let's give it a shot, right? So we're going to play 3 of these. You can also sacrifice again if you need to get that Shambling Ghast out of the way. You can use it to kill a thing and shoot the opponent for 3, or make a treasure, or do whatever you want to do. Each player discards a card. That part's not great, but it can actually slow the opponent down a little bit. But it lets you set up something in the graveyard. Then the thing that comes back also gets an additional counter. So that's pretty cool, especially when it's a big old dragon. Then we have Binding of the Old Gods, just because quality removal. Return Upon the Tide. Now, this is one that it's effectively a 4-mana reanimate spell that you have to foretell. But we could get a bonus if we had something that was actually an elf. And I did look for a little bit to see, like, okay, there's some elves that ramp that maybe is worth playing. And then occasionally we get like 3 creatures back out of the art, but like, nah, there really wasn't. So I decided to stick on the dragon theme. Then we played Shadow's Verdict. This is one that I feel like we need because there's a bunch of smaller aggro decks. My concern, though, is like against a lot of those, if we go ahead and just get a 4/4 or a 5/5, we already start just clogging up their board so much anyway, they just quit attacking, so I don't even know if it's necessary. But we're going to try it out anyway. My downside is there's enough decks that are like the Orzhov mid-rangey control thing, you know, the Is It Dragons, stuff like that are already prevalent to where this isn't that good. But the deck it's good against, it's going to be great. So, we're going to give it a shot. Then we're playing some Goldspan Dragons because this card's just good if we're playing dragons and we want lots of mana. Haunting Voyage, because again, y'all keep saying, put Haunting Voyage in the deck. Okay, well, since we're doing reanimation stuff, Haunting Voyage really does go in this deck. It is a little bit pricey, but we can do it for 6 and even just get 2 dragons back, and that's fine. We don't even have to foretell it. But if we do, we can get 3-4 dragons back sometimes. So, really excited about this. Also, I want to point out that with Immersturm Predator, it's actually one of the biggest problems for this deck because it can just remove the things from your graveyard and you never get a chance to return them. But anyway, just a thought that I had. And then Inferno of the Star Mounts, we're just playing one. It's uncounterable, it's big, it's 6/6, it has haste. We can pump it extra, all that. And also, to appease the masses, here's another deck for old Gnawbone. You're welcome. We're reanimating big dragons. If we're going to play stuff, why not play Gnawbone? Here we go. And then Beladros Witherbloom. The last time I put this in a deck was another type of reanimator deck we played something like 2 months ago, probably. And more than that, it might have been almost 3 months ago. But I figured if we're going to reanimate things and reanimating dragons, we got to put this in here, right? Like, we might even just be able to cast it straight up, so we'll see. But it's too good to not play, because this is one of the few spots that'll go in. Then the rest of the deck, we've got 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 3 Swamp, 2 Mountain, 3 Forest, 4 Blightstep Pathway, 4 Dark Boar Pathway, 2 Woodland Chasm, and 4 Cragcrown Pathway. So not doing anything special with the lands. We do have 1 land that actually is an activatable creature land. I did consider playing the larger one, you know, because we do actually the Lair of the Hydra. But I decided I'm just going to go with this for now because we kind of want more black mana than green mana. And that was a little bit of the holdup for me. But otherwise, let's go play some games. Like I said, we're going to do probably a pretty good review of this at the end. Kind of an update. And then we'll do a card spotlight. We'll see you then. Okay, well, let's see what Wacky Wizards got today. Opponent goes first. This hand is fine. All right, we'll keep it, I guess. I think this, I don't know. I feel like this version maybe just doesn't have enough ways to discard cards to make me feel good. But we ended up not drawing any of the dragons anyway. So we're just going to play normal Magic. Normal, fair Magic. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're signing up for here. And we'll pass. Now, here's an interesting thing. If we could get these dead, we could be close to just casting this straight up. Well, that's annoying. I think that's Death Touch too, right? Yeah, all right. I don't know how I guess I'm okay with this. I mean, because we're going to get a land back anyway, and we can still cast one of these or a Valky if we want to. So it's not the worst thing. Oh, our Innkeeper's dead. Oh, if that's all the opponent's doing, yeah, we're all right with that. Let's go get another one of these, because it also gives us black mana. And I guess if the opponent's stuck, we want to go ahead and play a Valky here. So yeah, let's do that. Oh, what? Well, Vacky, you dead, friend. Sure. I don't think it really matters. They can't really cast it. I mean, I guess they could cast this. Sure. Not that it matters. I don't think Valky's going to live more than a turn cycle. Which is mostly good, but I got to get another thing into play so I can protect this. So I actually need to get an untapped land. We failed at getting the untapped land. So let's just play a couple of these. And then I'm going to go ahead and foretell this. Then I at least have some stuff to sacrifice to the Emistern Predator next turn. So I can protect it from their, like, bindings and stuff. But we'll see. Not sure what the opponent's working on here. Spoils. Seize the spoils. I don't mind that, because we can actually get this back. But that only leaves us one treasure. I think I'm just going to go up top. And then next turn, we'll worry about seize the spoils, discard the Inferno. All right. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot here. Like, the opponent doesn't have any real good attacks. Their kill spells don't really do much for our only real creature right now. And we're not far from getting to attack with an Inferno of the Star Mounts either. And we still have a backup removal card. So this is probably about as safe as this situation could be right now. Sure, that's not a vampire or a zombie. So sure, whatever. Okay, we got another land. I don't know what color we need this on. I'm going to assume black. We can do this. Discard the dragon. Get a treasure. I could sack this. Which... Oh, but then it taps my Emistern Predator. I don't know if I want to do that. I was just thinking, like, I could get the Star Mounts in the yard and then actually still cast Return Upon the Tide and attack. And we know they still have the binding, so I don't necessarily want to do that anyway. So let's just attack with the Emistern Predator for now. I think that's correct. And then we'll let them keep this. I don't think it really matters. If a creature died, they can pay, but yeah, it's fine. Hopefully they don't have something crazy. Yeah. That didn't do much, other than just setting us up by putting the dragon in the yard. But then now it means we do have 6 on tap whenever we're ready. Thieves' Tools. Enters battlefield, create a treasure. Equipped creature can't be blocked as long as it's power 3 or less. Sure. You just get to create some treasure, opponent. I don't think we care too much. Yep. You can have all the treasures you want. When it connects, they make a treasure, right? Yeah, all right. Yeah. Hold that thought. I'm going to block with one of them. I want to keep some fuel out there for the Predator, just in case. Actually, I don't even know. Maybe we just use that and just kill the... Because we don't desperately need the treasure. Yeah, let's just kill that. One less thing to worry about. Feign Death? Sure, why not? So many people love to play that card. I've been seeing it in a lot of different things, but I'm not a fan. I think there's some spots for it, but not nearly in as many decks as I see people playing it. Sure, make you a skeleton. Well, that's cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, everybody. You wanted to see Gnawbone get cast. Here we go. It's Gnawbone time. And we're going to deal at least 5, so we get 5 treasure. We did the thing, y'all. We played a gnawbone. And then we're going to get 5 treasure. Look at this. Now, gnawbone's going to be immediately dead, by the way. But that's okay. Because we know the opponent has a Binding of the Old Gods here. They're pretty much SOL, though. They don't really know it. But when we turn upon the tide, we just get the big 6/6 back. Yeah, we'll sack this. I mean, we can take 6 and not care. You might as well attack with everything, opponent. What's 1 point difference going to make? Yeah, I was going to say. And I'm totally not blocking. You can do whatever you want. Get a treasure. Oh, creature did die. So they could generate another 1/1 if they want to. Or 2/2, technically. Well, just more mana we don't need. Alright. We're just going to do this. Get back our dragon. Attack for 12. Alright. There we go. Opponent goes first. We will keep this. Sadly, we are kind of sort of hoping to find a dragon. Yeah. So we can discard 1 and then set up the Vicious Return. Is what we would like to do. We'll see if we get to do it. Those are often not one and the same. Or as I was once told as a kid for wanting something, people in hell also want ice water. So work on that. Parents can be mean sometimes. Though, I also had an old country dude tell me one time, and this is totally not fitting for today's environment, but he told me at a poker table, and I swear to God, dude said, like, you know what? like, say what? Swear to God, I had a dude tell me that at a poker table one time. I was just like, damn. What do we do here? I feel like the answer is play Valky and this, so we just, since these both get green, black, I'm just going to put this on black. Play Valky. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I've heard some crazy things in my life, man, for real. That's why I had to preface it, because, like, that is not a thing that I think you should be saying right now. But, you know, I can't tell the story otherwise without, you know. Oh, what's that noise? All right. Well, this doesn't work too great when we don't draw one of our many dragons that are in here. Oh, the opponent gave up. Take it back to the shop. This is a much more normal hand, though. This at least can function. We'll put this one on red. And then we'll attack, I guess. Even though, really, we're probably better incentivized to block, but I'll just wait and block next turn. Why not? Interesting. Oh, that's nice. That's what I wanted to kill anyway. That's a good bonus. Put this on green. Play Field Trip. Go get another forest. Get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7. Probably not, because we're going to give a -1/-1 to kill something. I'm just going to get Mascot Exhibition. Why not? Well, we will not be casting a Mascot Exhibition. Oh, really? No, they must have another one. So I can't think of why you would let me have that otherwise. Okay. And I can get tricky and like sacrifice this, put a -1 on a thing, block the other thing, but like, all right, I guess we will. But I do know this road could be fraught with problems. All right. Come on, other dragon. Sure, that's okay. Like that we can handle. All right. Oh, now see, that's going to be bad. It's all right. We're just going to draw Shadow's Verdict. That's all we got to do. No, or we could just do that. That's equally bad. So we play this, we could sacrifice something to shoot something, but now we actually can't block anything anyway. And then we'd each have to discard a card next turn, but we do get to draw first. But if they put that here, that's 4, 5. It'd be 2 5/5s attacking us. So I'm better off just, I mean, yeah, I don't love it. But I think that's what we have to do. Sadly, if they get a land, they'll be able to do both of those, so we won't actually be able to play our mascot exhibition anyway. But we would be able to get the dragon back in 2 turns, because this is a vampire dragon. So, yeah. Weird sequence. I haven't ever had something like that pop up, but we're going to see if this works. Because like I said, they know we have the mascot exhibition, and they can just make us not play it next turn. So we have to draw something relevant here, or we just die, if they have a land. Otherwise, they just turn this into an 8/8, and then we at least get a shot to play the exhibition. So they may just want to stop us from playing it, and then try to kill us next turn. Because if they can play... Well, now they don't even have to do that. They can just attack with 2 creatures. No, they went Master of Flowers instead.
Strive for goodness.
Interesting. I thought they would have tried to go for it here. Or at least set up a win. You know, do more damage here. Put us at 6, maybe. I don't know. I would have probably risked just losing the Grandmaster of Flowers.
I am proud of all my followers.
Yeah. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we'll discard that. I don't know how we get out of trouble here, if we do. But I guess all we can do is try. All right. Okay, we can stay alive. I don't know if we can get to anything I would call a winning scenario. But we do at least get one of the dragons back. So we get the Immersturm Predator back. So that's one thing going for us. I'd like to draw one of our haste dragons here, though. I think that would help quite a lot. Otherwise, we're probably doing something where we're like, if they go search, then we'll just double block the monk, the big monk, and... Oh, what? Ah, crap. I should have looked at this before I kept the hand. Well, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm already committed. I was thinking I wanted the treasure from the Prosperous Innkeeper, but I won't have a green mana to do that. Oh, I'm a liar. I have plenty of green mana. There you go. Sculptor of Winter. I guess we're going to have to try to kill that. Slow the opponent down just a bit. This is kind of the tough part where I get with Valkyries sometimes, is realizing how close we are to 7 mana, and then how far I should push it. Because technically now, if we block, we have 7 next turn, right? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to get to untap all that, though. So unfortunately, we may be encountering a spell counter. So I might need, if they don't play anything here, I might just need to Shadow's Verdict as a threat, even though we don't actually intend for it to do anything. Do I want to do it this way and use a treasure, though? Either way, I'm going to have to use both those treasures over the next couple turns, right? Though, if we're going to do that, let's do this. Let them counter it. Totally fine. Oh, they had to divide by 0. That's worse. I would have rather them just counter it. Okay. Well, maybe this leads to them actually casting something. And then we can play the Tybalt. I'll block. I mean, it kind of just plays up the whole thing of us using a Shadow's Verdict. Though, I guess I should have left it, because in the event the Shadow's Verdict doesn't resolve, and we do end up casting a Valkyrie, we'd have a blocker for it. Decisive Denial. Alright, that makes sense. Okay. Sure. 7 ball. Sounds good. They're definitely sitting on counter mana and not giving us an inch here. I need something for the opponent to counter. That's our problem right now. And really, we're probably too late. There's a good chance they already have, like, binding or something else, so I imagine we're dead. We just drew a bunch of mana with no relevant spells, sadly. Yep, I'm just gonna take it. No blocks. Alright, we're dead. Sure? Alright, there's a Monk of the Open Hand. We've built a lot of white decks today. A lot of white decks. Put this on red, and then we'll just pass. So we can see if there's like an Aspirant or something. We'll just kill that. The way things are shaping up, I'd rather just kill this. I mean, we'll take some extra damage here, but that's okay. I'd rather take the damage than give the opponents more creatures, since we're not really equipped to block any of them. That is nice. So we'll go ahead and do this. And this. And this is where we want to draw like the Seize the Spoils or something, so we can discard, get the treasure, and then try to set up something. Yeah, we'll block. Just get the treasure, though. Come on, untap land. Well, it's the next best thing, I guess. At least I can still go get a land. We're still at 18, so we have little time here. Clarion Spirit and something's going to result in a bunch of duders coming our way. Playing a portable hole for nothing, just for value. Makes sense. What do we do here? I guess we play this. So we at least get to discard the Belladross. Yeah, this is where I think I need to have one of the red-green ones as well, so stuff like this doesn't happen. Though Belladross makes a 1/1 during each upkeep, right? Yeah, during each upkeep, create a 1/1. So we'll at least get one turn to block with it. Or at least a token to block with one time. Well, not now. We don't even get to discard. Yep, we're dead. Oh, well, now you show up. That's super late. Can we even survive now? 3, 6, 8, 10. We'd go to 3. I don't think there's a way for us to get out of this. Maybe find a chump blocker here? Oh, that's definitely not going to do it. I mean, I guess we can just get back Belladross, hope they don't have an answer. I mean, it's kind of our only real play here, I think. I mean, sadly, Belladross is only a 4/4, but I'll have to do. It does give us 2 blockers, so it's better than nothing. Okay, Apparition, cool. Doesn't really remove anything here, because it can't remove a token, can't remove Belladross. Alright. Oh, man. Alright, he's trying to get value for us. Well, now this is interesting, because now we can sack a thing here. So let's sacrifice this. Do we want to kill an Apparition and get a 4/4, or do we want to kill a Clarion Spirit and keep the opponent from getting more stuff? I think we want to get rid of the Clarion Spirit. And we'll pass. Make another token. I don't know if they have a way to kill a Witherbloom here. Oh, that's annoying. We'll discard this since we don't have a way to actually cast it. I'll play this in case we need the mana for whatever reason. Now we just have to... We're just trying to not get overwhelmed by flyers here. But we could still find a Shadow's Verdict and be okay. But... Okay, now this is a real problem. This is where the true concern starts. Because we're only at 14. Okay, get a duder. More chump blockers is humongous here. And the dragon now, we have a 5/5 that doesn't die to blocking a 4/4. Alright. And we have the situation that if we can block the right way, we do have enough life gain triggers here also. So we're really just worrying about the flyers up to... Oh, that sucks. That's real bad. That was probably the worst thing that could happen. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we need a Binding of the Old Gods bad here. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to block one of those. Because we can at least kill one of those. We're going to block... I feel like I need to block the Clarion Spirit. But I really want to block an Apparition and get that 4/4 back. Or get a... Yeah, man. Why does this suck so much? And then I think we just do this. This. Take 6, take 10? We got to throw this in front of one of them. Yeah, that's the plan. I think that's right. Okay. All right. Okay, don't hate this. How much mana does it leave us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only leaves us 6. But I am going to go get Mascot Exhibition, I think. Actually, no, we can get rid of the thing if we go take this. We have to give them a card, which I don't like. Actually, we don't even have to give them a card. We can get this. Can I cast that? I do have the green open. Great. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. That's not... Oh, it's not what I thought it was. Oh, I goofed up. Oh, well. We get 3 life out of it. Let's just cast it. Take Valky. That's fine. That's a reasonable solution. All right. Yep, not worried about that. Okay. Sure. Does slow our life gain down. That's a small problem. Our turn. Well, it's not like you don't know we don't have it. We're going to exile this thing. I can play this. Sack the treasure if I wanted to. Though I could also play the backside. Okay, we'll pass. Right now we can safely block and protect Tybalt, so no need to go crazy. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Love it. Can I cast the back? I can cast the backside. That's awesome. Excellent. Excellent. Let's get rid of one of these. There we go. Woo! All right, we're going to keep this. And I'm going to apologize if my mood's off for the next game or two because I just got in the hang of playing this deck. Was set up to win 3 games in a row. 2 of them making a big comeback. And my internet dropped all 3 times, which I hadn't done it at all since I've been in this new place. And then I find out literally they have a thing called provisioning or something. They literally just clicked a button and fixed it and solved all the problems. And I was just like, oh my goodness. So yes, that was tough. So y'all got robbed of... I almost included just the 3 games just because. Just so you could see like right as I'm turning the corner and then see it drop, but nah. Intriguing. That is a goblin you can play. Not 100% sure why. Oh, we have no red. Oh, we do have red mana. This is tough because You know what? No, we're going to do this. I think. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. This is going to be difficult for them to kill and deal with anyway. We can get a red mana back from sacrificing the Shambling Ghast. And then hopefully we'll draw one and be able to play the Golgari Midrange if that happens. If not, then we'll just do the long, slow, seize the spoils road. All right. Well, we're not even going to do the seize the spoils thing here then. I'm going to attack. Like, yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, we'll see. This dies because they can kill it, or we can chump block. It produces a treasure, and then we'll just see what happens after that. This is your one chance to attack, opponent. Blocks. Make a treasure. I mean, they have to deal 4 to this. I mean, there are some things that do deal 4 that they could be playing. It's not that, though. So that's good news. That is good news. This is bad news, however. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I'm just thinking about what can I even find here. Okay. Well, that creates a stranger scenario. They need 3 mana to turn these into 3/1. I mean, do we just get rid of this dude? Because that's problematic. I mean, the thing is, though, if they spend their mana to pump this thing, they get a 1/1. We take 2, 4, 6, but then we kill that anyway. And then if we don't, we still get a Golgari Midrange. I don't... Why is this so difficult? You know what? I'm weirdly in a racing mood. Let's do it. I'm just like, F it. I got a swing 2 more times. They've got to do way more than that to kill us here. And if they get there, they get there. You know, they play a land, pump their team, attack for 4. Attack for a lot more next turn. Nope. That guy has haste, though. That's super annoying. Alright. I'll play this. I think that seals it up. Alright. Never got to the second red, but didn't really matter. Yep. Just so I can pay some of y'all that live in different parts of the country, have like weird gummy candies I haven't eaten, to buy some and mail them to me. Here comes the next 17-0 Gruul State. No, not this. All right, let's mulligan this. This is better. We'll keep it. How far away are we from casting spells? This technically will die, can create a treasure. This will make a treasure when it comes in. Ooh, am I really gonna I think I'm gonna. Mostly because I don't know what we're up against, and it's possible Shadow's Verdict could be a bailout card for us. Oh, it might very well be a bailout card for us. Okay. Well, knowing what we know now, that can make red mana. This makes green. That makes green black. But if we're going to play that on 2, we need that. Well, I'm going to have to find red somewhere else. Is basically what this is. And yes, I could play it slower, but I don't know how likely it is I'm going to get to the Shadow's Verdict. So I want to at least try to keep their creatures somewhat reduced. Yeah, if they're doing that, that's fine. Like, they're not putting a ton more bodies in our face, so I'll take it. Downside is we didn't get the opportunity for it to create a treasure, but we knew that was a thing that we were risking, so that's okay. And now we're going to be able to Shadow's Verdict, so we can kind of take our time here. Barring them, like, dropping a blue land and be like, oh, no. Oh, you're going to remove our Prosperous Innkeeper as well? Paladin class, all right. Our spells are more expensive. All right, I'll just take 3. Yep, seems good. I was like, it didn't really change anything for us. This just comes in tapped. We'll pass, and then next turn we'll block, expecting to set up the Shadow's Verdict. And then we'll just see what happens after that. Still will be short some mana, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. But we'll just block the biggest thing, take our 4. Verdict it up. We're still close to dead. We got to find some blockers, and I got nothing right now. Redain, you are not our friend. And that timing is not going to be great for us. Because we don't even have anything worth getting back, and we can't cast that. Yeah, we actually just drew no red land here. All right, GG's. We're dead, because they're going to be able to attack for plenty more. All right, we're going to keep it. We have access to Shambling Ghast and Innkeeper, so can't really be too upset here, I suppose. Now I'd like to draw a green land or a red land so we can have access to possibly more red when we need it. All right, I'll block here. That was weird. I kind of thought the opponent was going to do something else there, but apparently not. That was very interesting. Well, now this gets intriguing because now I can play a land, attack, hope they don't have a fight spell next turn. As we're going to play a dragon. Actually, becomes less of a concern because we just picked up the Dragon's Fire. So we get to do this. Gain a life, attack, and we'll kill off a pack leader. We'll choose a dragon we control, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Auto pay. All right. Yeah, good one. All right, we're going to run the Iron Man Gauntlet here, keeping 2 7-mana Duders in our opener hand. We're going to see if this works. It's probably awful, but we're going to find out the hard way. Sadly, I would... because we have Goldspan Dragon, I think I have to get treasure from this Shambling Ghast. I would like to sacrifice it and kill another thing, but I think I'm just getting treasure. Yep. Seems legit. We're gonna need a lot of help here. We'll need a lot of help. We're gonna take a couple of big hits here, I'm pretty sure. Especially if this is another Goblin Lord. Okay, it wasn't. So that's the good news. Okay. This kind of sort of... Okay, so if we use this, we attack, we get treasure back. We get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attack is 7, 8. Then we get to play Belladros. Okay, so we need Goldspan Dragon to not die. Is what I'm saying. Might even need to block with Prosperous Innkeeper. But if Witherbloom lives, that could be a huge get for us here. We need this Goldspan to make it. Alright. That's reasonable. We will block here. How much can we take? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would put us at 9. We play Witherbloom. We gain 1. We go to 10. It makes a token. We go to 11. Then we could block 2 things. But if it's something else with haste, that's a little bit of a problem. If it's a land and none one of those, that could be a real problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna not block. I'm gonna not block. As crazy as this sounds, I'm just not blocking. All right. And then we'll play this, I guess, on green since we have the Gnawbone in hand. No, I think we need more red anyway, generally speaking. All right. Witherbloom, can you hold the fort? This is the real question of the hour. All right, we're back to 11. Then the next turn, we get a big Gnawbone. All right, this is actually not bad. This is fine. This is fine. Let's block here. Take the big thing out. That leaves us 2, 4, 6. We would take 8 and go to 3. We don't want to do that. That's probably bad. So let's double block here. And we'll get a life back. That means we only take 6. We go to 5. I think that's what we want to do. Man, but we're going to gain 2 more life. The problem is killing this off is the big deal. We got it. Well, that's going to be gone, though. Can we survive at 5? Because we're going to be back. We're going to be at 6, effectively, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, no, we'd go to 3. Then we'd go back to 4. And then we would go 5, go 6. This would block. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I would like to do something else, but I think that's the best play for us. And then we go to 6. We get to make 2 blockers here. Ooh, Immersturm Predator. You are good as well. Let's... No Gnawbone yet. So yeah, I'm getting in there for 4. Couldn't quite kill the opponent yet, but we can set up a kill this turn. In the turn. So make another blocker. So we have plenty of bodies to put in front of all these goblins. Okay. Did we do it is the question. I think the answer is yes here. Because we are going to block across the board. Now, they can play the thing that like gives all their goblins +2/+2 or whatever. But or +2/+0. But if that's all they do, we don't really care. We can just sacrifice something and protect the Immersturm Predator. And then that should be game. Yep. We'll sack this. So the opponent gets no damage through. Oh, they did get 4 through. And then they are dead. GG's. Woo! Nice. Okay. After all that, this is what we've come to. And I want to say that, like, I was kind of surprised that I thought we were going to have more struggles with the aggro decks, but we really didn't. Not as much as I was really anticipating. The couple of games, and I played a few more offline. Also, there was the couple we were making comebacks in that unfortunately our internet dropped, and that caused a problem. But we were doing actually pretty well against them, and that led me to saying, like, we don't necessarily need the Shadow's Verdicts. I think they're still good. Don't get me wrong. I think if you don't have some of the other cards, you should go ahead and play Shadow's Verdict. It works in those matchups quite well. But I wanted to open up the door for some other things to just make room for some other opportunities. So where we ended up settling on this list is I dropped the field trips entirely. And then we went up and went to a full set of Seize the Spoils, full set of Immersturm Predators. Also, I believe went up a Goldspan Dragon, I can't remember, and just kind of cleaned things up top to bottom a little bit here. And I wanted to be able to cycle through a little bit more, get to our cards, get to the more of the reanimation portion of the deck, because otherwise we're kind of just playing a dragon deck, which, like I said, I'm going to do a Jund's Dragons list, probably another 4 or 5 days, so you'll see that before too long. But just was really trying to figure out, like, how do we differentiate these decks? And I think it's really about the Carter's Vicious Return, the Return Upon the Tide, the Haunting Voyage, and the Seize the Spoils. I think those cards are kind of what shift this into being a Reanimator style deck and give you a little bit of cool long game, to push through the end. The only thing I would possibly change is trying to find room for a Goldspan Dragon for a 4th one, which might mean cutting a Seize the Spoils if you wanted to, or maybe even cutting like one Immersturm Predator. I think that could be reasonable, mostly because there's a lot of times where if you can ramp from like Shambling Gas, Prosperous Innkeeper into the Goldspan Dragon, like you open up the doors for so many things to happen in the later turns. As far as the lands, we did make one change of going ahead and cutting one Woodland Chasm and putting in a Highland Forest. And that's just so whenever we're using the Binding of the Old Gods, we can go search for forests and give us a second red mana if we need it, or sometimes even 1 red mana. But overall, I was kind of digging this. I think maybe it's possible we could cut that and go to an extra mountain to make sure, because we only ever need 1 green, but you want to, except for Gnawbone. But, by the time we get that, sometimes we have other ways. But maybe make sure we have double red, so if we're trying to cast Goldspan Dragon, or if we want to go ahead and play something and shoot a thing with Dragon's Fire, that's a little bit of an opportunity. But yeah, this is kind of where we are now. I think it's pretty sweet. Let me know what you think. Anyway, let's do a quick wrap up and the card spotlight. So yeah, like I said, I actually really liked it. It has a bunch of just raw power. I mean, the ramp that you can do to get up to play those dragons is just so powerful. And having stuff like the Immersturm Predator really makes your deck pretty resilient to a lot of things. You've got haste creatures, which are big, and they all fly. So I really like the levels it can attack from. I might still experiment with the creature lands and see which one we want over the other ones. That's probably the one concern I had. But yeah, this actually worked better than I thought it would. Now, I will be honest. I think it's mostly like a 40%, 50% maybe deck on the ladder, because it's a chance to play with Gnawbone, Witherbloom, stuff that's not going to really have a home in another deck. So yeah, if you want to do that, fire it up, go for it. Just know where its limitations are. Sometimes it's going to stumble to its own mana or whatever, but otherwise, it's kind of big and powerful and does some things a little bit differently, and you should enjoy that. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about, well, Reanimate. Just the original 1 mana, put a creature back into play. Like, this card's always been popular, always been good, from the time it was standard legal until today. And it's been reprinted a few times. There's even been a cool F&M promo, and the F&M promo is pretty pricey. I think it's like $40 to $50. You can always find these Reanimates available. I think there's always versions of them in people's trade binders and display cases, but you're going to have trouble finding one for under 10 and probably even under 12. So when you get your hands on them, they're really worth picking up. A lot of times you can find these in collections and bulk boxes or whatever because people just don't know. But yeah, just one of those things I want to bring up. People don't even know this card exists that are newer players. But yeah, this is the type of stuff we got to play with once upon a time. Spells used to be crazy, y'all. Now, don't forget, if you want today's deck list, you will be able to get that down in the description below, right along with links to all of our stuff. If you want to, like I said earlier, you want to come by the streams, be part of things, help kind of give your 2 cents and predict what's going to get to be on the channel here, you can do that there. Or if you want to come by and be part of some discussions in the Discord channel. We had some good ones here this week, actually. So yeah, come by, have some fun, be part of all that. And don't forget, if you need to pick up supplies and you want to go by Ultra Pro's website, be sure to check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. You can do all your shopping and you can help the channel out at the same time. And finally, if you haven't, I'm going to ask kindly, would you consider hitting a like button, hit the subscribe, notification bell? That stuff really helps out the channel and I super appreciate it. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.